to go in and try to find where that actually is in here and retrieve it. So the first thing I like to do is filter based on destination, because I know that the traffic that would have had the username and password in it was headed back towards the router, and the router's address is 192.168.1.1. And I kind of know what I'm looking for over here. As you use Wireshark a bit, you'll get used to the different info that you see. And I look through, and I'm going to choose this packet right here and use one of the most valuable features of Wireshark, which is following the TCP stream. And in this stream, it went and found all of the TCP packets that were associated with that TCP conversation. So not just that packet, but all the related packets. And it has pieced back together that stream of information. Very, very valuable. So it's working with the data portion of all those TCP packets that were related. And what I see in here is this line that interests me. Authorization using BASIC and this, and this encrypted portion right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that and open up a different application, Kane, and I'm going to use the BASIC decoder. And I'm just going to try to pop what I saw there into here, and what do you know? Administrator and Palustra. So it was very easy, as you can see with that sniffer, to retrieve the administrative name and password, even if I didn't actually see the person or was nowhere near them when they were typing that in. So if I can get to their adapter and sniff what's coming to and from their adapter, then I could get this information. Now you're probably thinking, well, all they got to do is use better encryption, but I mean, just take a look at this tool. It has so many different crackers. It's got the Cisco Type 7 password decoder, the Cisco VPN client password decoder. So if you can get it in its encrypted format, this application could be very valuable in putting it back together for you or decoding it for you. Alright, and you can see all of these different things that it can work with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Yep, we're done. And let's go back over to our vulnerability scanner, Nmap. It's been a while now since it started its slow comprehensive scan of 192.168.1.100, which is a laptop on my network. And at this point, people are wondering, okay, I've seen the vulnerability scanner, I've seen Wireshark sniff the packets, and I've seen the password cracker, but you know, what can or do the hackers actually want to do? Well, it really depends. I mean, that question could not possibly be answered. Some people are just trying to be nosy. Some people are trying to be malicious. Some people are trying to be defacers of websites. Other people are trying to see how smart they are. And other people are trying to steal. So, you know, I mean, there's a million reasons why people do things that are wrong, but we don't really need to worry about why. We want to worry about what. And it's that what that's just so hard for people to wrap their head around. But what it boils down to is that certain ports have certain services that are associated with those ports. Some ports and services are worthless when it comes to exploitations. You know, there's not a whole lot that any exploitation can do with them. Other ports and services are extremely valuable when it comes to exploitations, and with the right exploitation, somebody could really, you know, insert a Trojan horse or something of that nature, gain access to the system, corrupt data, whatever it might be. So the exploitations are always targeted toward, you know, ports and the services that run on those ports, and a backdoor that can allow someone to exploit those pathways into the system. So how are they going to do that? Well, they're going to ride in looking like the regular traffic that comes in on that port for that service. And so that's where packet creators come into play. And so there are all types of tools out there for that as well. Packet creators are going to allow you to, you know, package up an ICMP packet, package up a TCP packet, package up a UDP packet. And, you know, people get pretty good at this stuff after a while. When they've been doing it, they know exactly how to get what they want in there and make it look like something else. So again, it's there, it's real, and really these exploits are just public information. You can go out to any website you want, and they're there, and they have the step-by-step instructions, and they even have the web-based interface to help you carry one out. And people really, get addicted to it once they start trying a few of them, especially with all the tools that they have out there now that make it kind of a friendly process to do that. Well, let's go ahead out to some of my favorite websites. Most of them center around Nmap because the creators of Nmap, insecure.org, have great information as far as all of the different security tools that are out there go. So they categorize it just like we did in our slide as, password crackers, sniffers, vulnerability scanners, etc. And then you've got your packet crafters. I was just calling them packet creators, but under packet crafters, for example, you can go in and see, that HPing2 or Nemesis down here, they can basically assemble custom ICMP, UDP, and TCP packets. Now, a lot of these ride on Unix and Linux-based platform, and they are command line based. So that's why I said, not just anybody can use a lot of these tools. It does take some experience and some talent in most cases to do anything substantial. All right, exploitation tools. One of the most popular out there is the Metasploit framework, and it even has a web-based interface now. So again, it has all these things in it that help you to carry out different types of exploits. All right, one of my favorite parts of this website is just the sectools.org because it gives you the top 100 network security tools. And what's great about this list is the link is right there for each one to go out and download it. So for example, this tool right here is a vulnerability scanner. You just click on the link, it takes you right out, and most of them are free. So you can and should play around with all of these in order to understand how they work and what you need to protect yourself against. So this whole lesson is about going to the other side and using some of these tools so we can see and feel the realness of these types of attacks. And because I'm not a hacker, I can't even really fully show you just how deep these things can get into your network and to your systems, and just how much havoc can be wreaked. All right, so I'm just kind of going down the list. This one's Kismet, a powerful wireless sniffer. Now, a lot of the wireless sniffers actually require special hardware or a special network adapter, wireless network adapter that captures all the traffic for you on the different channels. And this is one of those examples. Kismet actually ends up leading you out to another website where you can get those special adapters. Okay, and the list goes on. There's Cane Enable, the one that you saw me use today. Again, that's a free download. So you just go on out there and it's all there for the taking. All right, some other websites that I wanted to show you. Again, that's sectools.org, or you can go to insecure.org. Let's see what we got here. Go into my favorites. And I just wanted to show you this article about attacks on Cisco devices because, we're talking a lot about operating systems and ports and things like that, but this site is just dedicated to all of the different Cisco hacks that are out there. Spanning Tree has 7 different hacks. A lot of it has to do with messing with spanning tree protocols. You can shut down a network in a heartbeat by messing around with spanning tree and creating a loop. And if there's no backbone, if there's no network, there is, for most places, nothing. And they're losing money immediately, or they're risking security. All right, but enough about that. And before we head out of here, I just wanted to show you, there's basically the ports that are open on this system, and it gives you the host details.